Okay, so this should be live now. And we'll see if anybody comes in. Just a slow, steady feed, keeping me live. If anybody sees it, they will know that I'm live. I figured I don't know how to use this timer yet on this one right here, but you can always do something new in here. Okay, so my day. Today, I did nothing, hardly anything at all. And I'm not going to hit that check button there. Let's go. Let's go back. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so anywho's, you guys, today was dead, but yesterday I went to our ranch and put together a video on that. I'll have to edit it. It'll take me some time because there's too many clips. But it's a little place that I have a deed to that is in the mountains. And I went and let a buddy of mine see it. We used to use it a lot when I was a kid, but they got horseback riding and they got a lodge and different activities there for kids and family alike. They've got tennis courts, basketball courts, softball courts, football field, rodeos. I'm not sure at the amount of horses, but they got a lot of trail horses and they go riding twice a day. When, they have guests, they go riding twice a day. They have a giant lodge, like, you wouldn't believe, and a R-shaped Olympic-sized swimming pool. It's pretty nice. So we went there, let my buddy see it, see if he wants to take over the maintenance fees for me. And if he does, and I'll let him have it, but I don't use it anymore. And I thought I'd just go ahead and see if I could get my buddy to take it over. If he does, it's okay. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be hanging around anymore. How you doing, Alan? I see Alan in there. I didn't plan this or anything. I just wanted to see how it looks. And I don't know. I might go a while. We'll see. I want to see how the live stream would look and if it went out to people. So I guess it went out to you because you're looking at me. But it didn't give a notification of early, did it, Alan? Are you still around, buddy? Did it give me a notification? Did it give you a notification it's about to happen? That's what I've got to learn, is how to set it up. This is a new piece of hardware. Hi, MK. Hi, Alan again. How's life in the big lane? I was pretty good up here. I was talking about yesterday. I went to the ranch and our ranch and was showing it to a buddy of mine to see if he'll take over maintenance fee. It's a deeded property, but at the same time, it's a bunch of people on the deeds and stuff. So I was trying to do that yesterday. I'm gonna put together a video of that. And my leg's doing a lot better, Alan. How you doing, MK? Arlene? Good evening to you, and good evening to Alan. And y'all give me a thumbs up on either the quality of sound and the picture. I've got a light on right now. Came up over here, and I'll show you. Okay, streaming looks good. How about you, Arlene? Do I look good over there for you? I mean, I got a light on me. I bet if I turn this light on, it won't be so great. Off, I mean. Okay, there's with the light off. And I'm going to turn it back on. And y'all tell me if it looks better with the light on or off. All right, there it is on. I think it looks better with the light on because you can see me better. It's just, a little annoying in your eyes, but after a while you'll get used to it and you don't really look at it that much. Also, I need to learn how to look in the middle of the camera, I guess, or wherever the, let's see, where's the camera? Okay, it's over here. Yeah, is it over here or over there? It don't matter. Anyway, so I got good quality. What about sound? Sound sounds good. And tell me about the light. And if I can figure all that out, I'll be good. Let's see who else is in here. Just you two guys right now. It's very clear and loud in here. Is it too loud? Because if it is, I can tone my voice down. I was trying to make it loud enough where you guys could understand me. But if it's too loud, I can just calm down a little bit and do it. Let me get a drink. So life in the big mountains of Georgia is something else. I mean, we don't have the beaches and stuff like the guys over in the Philippines or Australia. Nowhere near here. I have to drive right at 6 hours to get to the nearest beach. So, that's the thing. But I live in the mountains, so it's awesome. I've got rivers and streams and swimming holes and fishing for trout and bluegill. And I got a lake back behind me that's got fish in it and that we go skiing and stuff on. It's called Carter's Lake. But where I live at is kind of like in the middle of the Coosawattee Wildlife Management Area. And I can, hunt, fish, whatever I want to do around here as far as nature goes. And I'm going to try to make some videos like that. Hello, Walt. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. I just did this on a whim, and I thought I'd share it with you guys and stick in here for a while. I was telling a little bit about me. And, if y'all got any questions, go ahead and ask them. Also, I was going to ask you, Walt, how's the audio and video for you? If you'll just, say good or bad, it'd be good for me. So we got three people in here now. That's cool. Anyway, like I was saying, I live in the middle of the Coosawattee Wildlife Management Area. Alan, how you doing, Alan? Yeah, I'm in Georgia, in North Georgia, in the Coosawattee Wildlife area. No, I was raised in Tennessee. Let's see. Wolfen, he lives in Tennessee. I was up there visiting him, and I did one of these. But I was raised in Tennessee, but I was born in Georgia in Fort Oglethorpe. And now I live up here in Fort Mountain, or on the side of Fort Mountain, towards Ellijay, Georgia. And in the middle of like I said, the wildlife management area, Coosawattee Wildlife Management Area. It's real easy to look it up on the maps there. Just look up Fort Mountain or Coosawattee Wildlife Reserve, and that's where I live. It's a secret. There's a secret stash in the cup. Give me liquid courage, right? Anyway, so my backyard's really a wildlife management area. Nobody can move there. I own everything up to it. And like I say, I can travel at the end of my driveway. I can travel 2 miles each direction and hit a exit to go down in, not an exit, but in the road to go down into the Carter's Lake, which is also my backyard. You can look that up on the map. Also, I can go up the mountain, and I'm at the top of Fort Mountain, and that is wildlife management area up there too. So I live in the middle of the forest. It's 15 minutes to the nearest store. Well, there's a little convenience store on the mountain, but I don't count that as a store. And anyway, it's like 15 minutes down one side of the mountain to this one store, and 25 the other way. So I live way out. Okay, let's see what you're saying here, Alan. Yeah. How you doing, second born? Yeah, I keep a little courage in my Yeti here. It's helping me get through this. Got a little, nerves. I ain't never done one for a long time anyway. So I got that going on. And all these creeks and rivers that run around here are full of trout, and I got that going on. So for me, coming to the Philippines would be like my vacation from the mountains. And then I always would want to come back up to the mountains, really. I mean, maybe one day I could go like all winter in the Philippines and all summer and spring, summer, and fall in the mountains, because I like that time of year around here, and it's not too awful hot. So we'll see how that works out. Anyway, that's all future stuff. How you doing, Second Born? I already saw you then. How's my audio? How's my video? That's what I'm asking people tonight, audio, video. I think I should leave the light on because it shows my face so much more. It's a little red screen. If y'all see any too much red, let me know and I'll peel that thing off. But so far, well, I've been to the Philippines twice, Alan. Once in 1988 on a Westpac in the United States Marine Corps, and then back again in the Marine Corps in 1990 to 91. And I was there, stationed there then for TAD, but then all I was guard. Was like a sergeant of the guard. I posted guard. But then during my time there, Mount Pinatubo exploded. This is all in Zambales down in Subic Bay. Mount Pinatubo exploded one province over. It wasn't very far. And there's somebody dinging me. So like I was saying, I was in Subic Bay most of the time, but I've also been to Clark. Like back then, I'd travel to Clark and post guard up there sometimes. Oh yeah, no problem. But Mount Pinatubo erupted, and I had to drive a bulldozer for 3 weeks, clearing the ash off of the road so people could evacuate and travel. And right after that, the Marine Corps, the Navy, and the Air Force all packed up and left the Philippines for good. I don't know if it's for good, but I think it was the Congress couldn't agree on the price that the Philippines wanted us to pay to stay there, which is crazy because it's an awesome place. It's an awesome place to have a naval base and an air base because it's right there in the middle of everything. China Sea's right not too far away, and Japan and all that good stuff. So I don't know what their deal was, but maybe they'll resolve it one year and actually move back in and be good for everybody that was just mentioned. Subic Bay, Longapo, yeah. I actually drove a D9 dozer up McSide Drive, clearing off the ash off the streets. It was like 3 foot deep, so people could get out and evacuate from there. I pushed it halfway to Angeles City, and turned around, come back, and started on the base again. Because once I get done, I had to just start all over. And so, it wasn't very far to Angeles City back then anyway. Nothing was on the road. And we wound up meeting about halfway with dozers back then. Of course, the government was taking care of a lot of things too. And then I went back to Okinawa after we got done there and stayed the rest of my tour in the Marine Corps and came back separated from California. Yeah, that was during Desert Storm time back then. We did mostly support. I was in a support group. But then right before that, I was in division for the whole time of my Marine Corps. Anyway, other than that, that's what I was wanting to talk about today and see how this would work out. Are y'all seeing light flashes? If it is, I can turn that TV off. Give me an overall, from a 1 to 10, what do you think? Yeah, Longapo, let's see. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think? Give me a rating 1 to 10. What you think of the quality of the picture and lighting and sound and all that, and if I need to speak up my voice or lower it down. So if y'all wouldn't mind doing that, I'm trying to take a little survey here. I'll ask y'all a few questions. There's not many here, but we'll go with it. Here's one. Let's see. Just overall quality Give me a 1 through a 10. Yeah, that's true, Alan. That's exactly why we left there. It wasn't me not paying a two-bill, but it did nudge us a little bit because of the destruction on Clark uh, Air Base. There were a couple of buildings destroyed in one of those flows, and one of the airstrips was messed up pretty good. But that didn't have nothing really. I don't think it had nothing to do with us leaving. It's just the price they wanted for it. It was really way up there compared to what they were asking before. 8, 5, 10. Now, you say 8, 5, 10. What does that mean, Alan? I mean, I just want one number for 8.5 out of 10. I'm sorry. This little phone, I can't read it too well. I need to put me some glasses on probably when I come in here and do these live streams. So I'm healing now. You know, my little accident. Let me answer this right quick, guys. I'm trying to get them over here on this thing. Let's see here. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it again. All right, now that I did that, maybe they'll come on over. Let me see here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, Alan, you got me 8.5 out of 10. Anybody still here? Give me a rating, 1 to 10. What do you think about my picture quality, the lighting, and the lighting, the pitch quality, and the my voice? Is it too loud or too soft? If you can just add that in there, Alan. I need to decrease the volume, or do I need to increase the volume of my voice? And this is my regular voice. I always talk loud, so it may be a little bit echoey in here too, because this is a big room. Need to know kind of like stuff like that. Oh, look, Princess Ann Knott is here. How about that? Wonder how she got here. Did it give you a notification, Princess? Oh, thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. Okay, so what I'm doing, Princess, is I'm getting opinions from everybody. Alan gave me a real good review. Got like an 8.5 just now. I want to know if my picture is good on your end, if it's the volume of my voice is good, and if the lighting seems to be good. And I'm asking for a 1 through a 10 rating, you know, just whatever you think it is. But anyhow, we're trying here. It's my first time with this new light. I've got my iPhone, not my iPhone, but my Android phone set up on a tripod, and they got that light. And I do have a boom mic, but I don't have a plug-in for it yet. It has to have an adapter. So next time I go to Best Buy, I guess I'll get an adapter. I want to use this for my live streams. I want to be able to reach and grab it, you know, and just move around, and you know, wherever I'm at, and go and show people things and set it back down on the tripod and do a little bit of that. Your setup is all good. Lighting is maybe a bit too bright, but nothing Elvis sunglasses won't fix. Let me see if I can adjust it. It actually has settings. It's too bright. That's too brighter. There's the lowest setting it has, so I guess it's still too bright. Well, I can put a blue filter on that, and it'll bring it down a little bit, I believe. And I can get me some Elvis sunglasses to put on it too. Princess Anne, sweetheart, how you doing? Can you see me good, hear me good, all that good stuff? So we got Alan here, Walt's in here. Loud and clear, number 10 from Walt out there in Nebraska. Well, thanks, Walt. I appreciate that. It gives me a lot of confidence in it. Before, I didn't have enough light, and also the volume was scratchy, and the camera on my laptop just isn't good enough, to tell you the truth. Okay, good. So that's Princess Anne there. She says it looks okay to her, and that's me encouraging a 1 through 10, so I'm just going to give me a 10 there. What about you, Arlene? What do you? Oh, she already told me she looks good. So we still just got 3 people in here. I guess she left. MK show. Me and is anybody in here going to the meet and greet at Tom's down in Mindanao next year? Or going to be in the Philippines around that time? Because if you are, I might be able to hook up stuff. Well, I'm happy to see you too, darling. If anybody didn't know that's here, we're really good friends. Anyway, I get over to the Philippines, I'll get to go see everybody. And I won't go no further than that about it. Yeah, this is my first real good live stream that looks like it's going to work out. Princess Anne. And Walt is in Nebraska. Alan, where are you? Get to find out where Alan is. That'll be cool. So how far was I? Oh, okay. I was talking about where I live in Georgia. How I'm surrounded by all this wildlife and good stuff. Okay, I had somebody ding in there. Tell you about there's lakes and streams and rivers up here in North Georgia. I'm at the start of the Appalachian Trail, really. Or one part of it is not very far from my house. Probably 20 miles or so when you start the trail. Like 10 and plan to go to Tom's meet and greet, but got surgery in December and February, so just depends on my recovery. Oh, wow. Good thing. I mean, Alan, this is all cool. I was thinking about something a while ago. Back then in 1988, when I went to the Philippines, I was on a Westpac, and we went to Perth, Australia. Well, first we sailed around the whole continent, and we pulled into Fremantle there, and that's where we docked at. We got off ships, and everybody went to Perth, and we went about halfway between Perth and Fremantle and found a real nice pub there with a hotel in the back, and that's where I got to stay. I can't remember the name of that place. It saved my life, but that's where I stayed for my liberty, and I think we had like 5 days of liberty there, and drank with the local people there. So you're in Western Australia, really nice over there. We went out in the field and trained with the Australian Navy and Marines. I guess they're Marines, but anyway, one of them gifted me one of their emblems that went on their covers, their hats. And I still got that somewhere. Oh, I wear it on one of my winter hats. It looks like a Russian hat, but it's got the beams of light, and everything. It's a pretty cool hat. But yeah, I've been to Perth, Australia. And that's probably, you don't meet a lot of people that's from America that's been to Perth. Everybody goes to the East Coast, to Sydney and places like that, but maybe it's picking up around your area. Ace Skittle Boy, hello. How you doing, Ace? Good to see you. Give me a rating on my video and sound and lighting and everything. 1 to 10, if you don't mind, when you step in. Okay. Yeah, right at the end of the pier, whenever there's the first thing you run into is a big pub there. It was pretty nice. I think I still got pictures of that. And seafood, yeah, I've seen a lot of fishermen out in Fremantle there. And I see you too, Ace. And Waltz, let's see. Last I heard, Ruth will be taking Tom to the hospital if he is not. Yeah, he sounded awful last night whenever, thanks, Ace. I'm glad it sounds and looks okay. I'm just sitting in my room. This is the first time I run this setup. Got a light and everything with it. It's on the tripod. So I'm ready to go. I think my live streams are going to be a lot better now. Mike Humphrey. Hey, I appreciate it, Mike. I appreciate you stopping by, and give me a thumbs up or down on that on the audio video stuff. It doesn't matter which one or whatever, or just tell me 1 through 10 in the screen. Really, it doesn't matter. I appreciate all that support, guys. Anything helps. I was thinking something the other day, and I did it. Like I think it was Jib Jam Ryle. That's who it was. What I did is when I went to bed, I just left his on my PC, on my laptop. I just left his videos running, and you know where it says play all in sequence, or it says play all one at a time. I just left them running, and I did Princess Anne the same way. And then they get all that time that you watched all night, see. And if I was up or getting up to go to the bathroom or something like that, I would stop by and click the thumbs up at the PC and go right back to bed. So that way I got my sleep, and, I thought it was a good idea. Better not say too much more about it, though. Let's see here. What we got, Alan? Oh, foreign Navy comes into Perth law. Well, yeah, that's what I was, Yeah, that's what we were. I was traveling with the Navy. The Marines were traveling with the Navy's Westpac. We pulled into Fremantle, though. And at the end of the pier there, it went way out there. That pier we marred up at, was people with signs saying, "Go home, Yankees." No nuclear stuff here, blah, blah, blah. But, I didn't know I didn't know nothing about anything like that back then. I didn't know why they were so upset, but there wasn't many of them. And then down from those guys, there was "Welcome to Australia" signs. So it kind of confused me a little bit, but it was a good time. I really enjoyed my little bit of time I had in Australia. You do, Princess. What do you remember about them? Do you got anything you remember? Pretty good guys, usually. Sometimes they get out of hand whenever they had too much to drink. We usually have a good time with the locals. Oh, I got a thumbs up from you, Mike. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. Well, I'm going to start doing more of them because, hey, why not, right? Everybody else does them. And I think I'll now that I've got this figured out right here, I have battery packs that are solar. They're about like that, 2 of them. And I charge those up and take them with me. And if my lighting's low, or if I need lighting, I can recharge it in the battery, or I can recharge my phone. And that will, I'll be ready to go. Plus, the tripod, it just folds up. I just hold it like a selfie stick and then travel around. I'm going to do some of that when I start back on my cabin. And if it's warm enough after Christmas, I'm going to go back out to the cabin and start working on it. Okay, we get heaps of nuclear vessels in Aussie ports. Personally, I have no issue. It's the New Zealanders who love banning all the nuclear craft from their waters. Oh, yeah. But you know what? That's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. And I've never been there. I've just been to Australia. Now, Australia was different, too. I have to tell you. But okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand you, Princess Anne. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you coming up here and seeing me. Anyway, what I was getting to. Oh, on some hunting shows I've watched, they've got some real rare animals there. I mean, not rare. Well, I guess you'd say they're rare because they're only in New Zealand and Australia, and that there's nowhere else to be found. But there are plenty of them, and they hunt them out, very efficiently so that they reproduce real good. Anyway, yeah, I would be I don't know if I had a place that looked so beautiful as that. I might be a little worried about nuclear stuff, but really it's safer than just about anything else, folks. I mean, that's a long time ago. We should have known that by now. I mean, there's not hardly anything ever happened, just the power part of it. It's the nuclear part of it. The bomb building is what you got to worry about. But, Fremantle was like that, but just as soon as I got off the boat, everybody loved us, and we had a great time. We went surfing there and everything. It was a great little place down south of, up north of Perth that was good surfing. These guys, some of your guys there in Fremantle took me, had a great time. And I had a great time the whole time I was there. But I did have to say, it is very different than anywhere else in the world. The bush there is, a lot more dangerous just because of the animals and the plants and stuff that try to kill you. but it's completely different too. Excuse me. It's completely different too. It's like you don't ever see any kind of plants like that here in the USA. I mean, hardly any of them. And I remember I was walking through a field one time, and something kept on poking me in the pants. When I got through the other end, I pulled my pants leg up, and I had been walking through these plants that had stickers on them, and they were poking me in the leg, and there was dots all the way up and down my leg with blood rolling out. So I was like let me see what this is. No, Princess Anne, nobody's disturbing me. You come on here and say whatever you want to. You know that. Let's see. Razal. Good morning. How you doing, sir? Yeah, and anyway, the bush and kinds of animal. While I was there, though, we found this little Joey on the side of the road. It had no mom. I think it had been killed or poached or something like that. And the thing stayed with me the whole time I was there. One day I'll get those pictures out and transfer them to slideshows of me walking around with this Joey. It followed me everywhere, and every time I stopped, it wanted to get up in my lap like its mom or something. But that's another story for Australia. Let's see what else is. Spent quite a lot of time in the Australian bush, and I can honestly say I'm more concerned for my safety in a big city red light district. Ain't that the truth? I wasn't really concerned for my safety because I didn't know no better. But now that I look back at it, you guys have the most deadliest snakes in the world. So if they were to ever bite you, you'd probably just kiss it goodbye. They made us clean out our sleeping bags and boots before we bedded down, which, kept everything right. That way, we never had any fatalities or anybody got bit or anything like that. I'm sure that it probably would be. It is actually more dangerous in the red light districts in the big cities, especially like you go to New York. That's an awful place. You don't have to be in the red light district. You can just be in any district in New York and meet your fate. Okay, Alan. Princess Anne got some coffee. Share your coffee, Princess Anne. I want some coffee. Looks like I need some. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyeballs open. But that's okay. I'll stick it out and stay in here for a while. As long as I can, actually. Or until everybody leaves, because we don't have many people here, do we? Like I say, I've got to figure this program out, how to send out notifications ahead of time. And maybe like 30 minutes ahead of time, maybe I'd have more people here. So, and I also like to coordinate with the JG. Hi, Alan. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. Never mind. I got you on that. Anyway, I'd like to coordinate with the JG a little bit more because he has, kind of like a schedule for people to do a live stream. And I like to get on one of those schedules and do a live stream. He's in Australia now, and it is probably, let's see. What time he's not in Australia, he's in the Philippines. I imagine he's gone to see Tom and Ruth. What time is it in the Philippines now, Princess Anne? I know you guys are 13 hours ahead of me on the East Coast here in Georgia. Well, I'm not on the East Coast, but I'm on Eastern time. So it's like 13 hours ahead of me. And it's almost bedtime here, getting close. But I thought I'd do this hour of, or at least an hour of this and see how it goes. And next time I'll do more. Swap our locations. Well, let's do that. We'll do that one time. I've got a Brooklyn would kind of kill me. I don't know. Yeah. Well, let's do that one day when I get my cabin finished up here. We'll swap out. You come over here and I can go over to your house. Anyway, I've got a little project going on right now for a tiny cabin. It'll be completely off the grid. But yeah, if you put me in Brooklyn and JG down here, jeez, we'd both be lost, I guess. But, I've been to the big cities, so it really doesn't bother me. I choke down a little bit there, I get claustrophobic there. It's in New York City. If you get there at the wrong time during changing shifts and stuff, you will, and you got any kind of claustrophobic problems, you'll get suffocated in that place, just like I did one time. So we don't want that. Let's see, I bet, he would love it here, except for the convenience of, like I say, really, the really good stores are like 20, 25 minutes drive. Hello, Marlin Music. It's 10 a.m. in the Philippines, and that means it's 11 p.m. here. I think. No, it's 9 p.m. here because I'm 13 behind. So it's 9 p.m. here, and hello, Marlon. I appreciate you coming by, buddy. And yeah, it's 9 a.m. here, so, or 9 p.m. here. So, wow, what a difference. I'm going to have some bad jet lag when I get to your house, Princess Anne. Oh, my goodness. You had to let me sleep 24 hours. Anyway, I'll get back on it when I'm going to go in April for sure, Alan. And I know you're still debating because of the operations, and I would be too. But if you're there, you're there, and if not, maybe we'll catch you the next time that I go. So Marlon, give me a 1 to 10 on my audio, video, and all that good stuff. Because I've asked everybody else. Yeah, it sounds like that would be. Well, Marlon, I'm doing pretty good. And Princess Anne's sending me a message there. I like that. Makati, yeah, I'm gonna go to Butuan. So I'm gonna go to Mindanao, Butuan. Butuan's in the very north of Mindanao. I like Makati as far as what I've seen of it online and videos. But you're right, it's pretty busy there. It's like the outskirts of Manila, and I'm sure it's claustrophobic. Let's see. It's clear and sounds good on my end. Well, that's good, Marlon, because I got a new light up here. It should be making pretty good pictures. I was hoping it would. They may be a little red because there's a red filter on it, but I can also do away with that and put a different one on it. Or I might go find that clear one and put a clear one on it. Not a clear one, but a white one, which would be like clear. And there wouldn't be any red coloring in it. But I can see a little bit of red coloring in my face when I get up on it like that. But back here, it looks okay back here. Thanks, Marlon. Give me a 10. Good deal. All right. Let's see. I'm only 42 minutes in. I can stay here as long as you guys want to talk. I've about covered a lot of it. Let's see. Thanksgiving's coming up, and I'll be going up to Tennessee to see my mother and father and kinfolks at Mom's house. And after that, we have Christmas, and we don't ever really get together for Christmas. It's kind of a just relaxing holiday for us. But Thanksgiving, we throw it all in and give out gifts. Kind of like throw them all into one, I guess is what you say. And then New Year's, I celebrate pretty good with the Biker Brothers, the U.S. military vets motorcycle club, and we have a good time. And after that, it's downhill till April whenever I come over there and stay in Butuan. And I might not even be saying Butuan, or I'm not sure that I say it right. Of course, I need to listen a lot more than I spout off lately, as it always is. Let's see here. That's great. Thanks, Marlon. And what I was doing today, Not a lot. I had the four-wheeler wreck, and it's bruised my whole left side up really good, so it's hard for me to get around lately. And my arm is getting better, but my one rib is still sticking me a little bit, and when I breathe in, that's why I take that real slow, deep breath. And then I'm bruised real bad on the inside and outside of my thigh down here. See. Oh, Princess Anne. There's a question for you, Princess Anne. Alan's asking you. And I think she just wants to go wherever I want to go, Alan. Which I have a few ideas of my own, but I'm sure she's got some stuff lined up for me. You know, Butuan is one of the most historical. And when there was no Philippine Islands, per se, they weren't put into a government or something like that. Butuan was there, and that was before the Spanish and everybody. So there was a community always in Butuan way back. Just the history there is something else. I've been reading up on it. And so they made the first type of boat that they got. I forget the name of it. But look that up sometimes, Alan. It's pretty interesting. Butuan, something like that. I'm sure I'll get corrected a million times about it whenever I go see Princess Anne. We was talking about last night, and Mary Ann was one of the favorites on Gilligan's Islands, and actually, that's Mary Ann right there. Is Princess Anne is Mary Ann. So, are you still with us, Princess? She may have stepped away from the box because I get boring sometimes. Just going on about anything. Anyway, let's see. We got 4 watching now, I see. But all I'm talking to is, Walt was here and talking, and Marlin Music Channel, and Alan's here. Alan's been talking the most, and I've been talking, or trying to talk. Mindoro, okay. Well, I've heard that, and that was one of the ones on my list. Yeah, you're still here. Look up there at what Alan's question was asking you and see if you can give him an answer. Let's see. Okay, Sabang, is that it? Sabang in Porto. Yeah, so the other name. Just thinking that, plus going 60 days, so I will think I didn't ever get out to that place. Is that it's all right. You didn't miss Georgia. Danny Stout is in the house. That's right. But I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going on now. We're having to get Princess Anne talking to them and whichever. Hey, and I was gonna get a report from them. Audio is, wanted it up there for me. Well, that's not good. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see if that fixed it. How's it look now, guys? Darlene, MK, Wolfman, same here too, bro. Okay, now I'm trying to fix it, so you guys let me know whenever it does fix. I changed a little bit of stuff, and maybe it's working better now. And besides the internet, it said the internet was unstable, but besides the internet, give me a 1 to 10, 1 to 10, what the picture looks like, quality, sound, and all that good stuff. Okay, sounds good, looks good. A lot better now. Okay, that's great. I've changed it up then. So we were talking, it actually tells you whenever your signal's starting to fade. A lot better now, good, yeah. So what I did was I just kind of refreshed it, and it doesn't refresh the whole screen. It just kind of skips all the frames that you missed already and tries to grab onto a new one. That's probably going to be all right. Are you on your way, Wolfen, or you got a few more days to wait on excuse me, to wait on your flight there, buddy? Let me know. And Danny Stout, man, we was just talking about Danny. Now, ain't you over in Boho, or going to be in Boho whenever we're there, Danny? Thanks, Princess Anne. Because, Princess Anne's going to be tagging along with me everywhere I go. We might come visit you, like we was talking about earlier. And Wolfen, let's see. Yeah, I like those too, Alan. The pizza looked good, didn't it? Well, it's not. It's about an hour away from me. So Chi-Town is snowed in with a blizzard. I hadn't been watching the weather. Oh, are you staying there, Danny? Are you staying in Bahole? I mean, are you going to stay through the meet and greet and all that stuff? You're going to still be in the Philippines when I get there in April? And so let me know. I'll come see you on Bahole. And Wolfen, yeah, you hadn't told me when though. When do you get to go? I mean, is it like not a lot long or anyway? Let's see what Alan says here. Oh yeah, the avocados look good, didn't they? I've got some in there too. The truth, I was thinking about going in there and making me some dip and chips after I do this live stream. I am doing pretty good. Getting more sleep, and that is always a good thing. Yes, it is. I don't get that much sleep myself. You can probably tell by the bags under my eyes there. Just always up. Oh, good, good, good. So, Wolfen, you're getting ready to roll out then, as soon as they clear the snow off the runway, right? Oh, I can't tell you that. That's just like me telling you how I make my moonshine. Now, I just use avocado, brown mustard, and salt, pepper, and a tad bit of cream I put in there and mix it up really good. Add spices to accentuate whatever you want. Oh, so April's you'll be there. Well, shoot, I'll see you, man, at the meet and greet, and then we'll talk about what you guys got planned. Maybe me and Mary Ann can come up and visit with you on the Bahole. We'll see what happens then. That'll be better. Because you never know from now to then. But I'm definitely, I got my tickets and everything. Working on my passport right now. A Hawaiian. So did it have pineapples in it, Wolfen? Well, this is going to be great because I know that you're coming back for a little while, Wolfen, and then shoot, we'll be going down about the same time on the way back, so that'll be fun. Yeah, we'll meet you there, Danny. Yeah, I was going to ask that too of Wolfen. I forgot he's told me before, but I didn't even know what island you're going to be staying out. I guess it's in Mindanao, isn't it? Yeah, you're staying in Mindanao, aren't you, Wolfen? I'm so glad that you guys came over here. So I got 7 now. Let's get me some great time on here. Yeah, so I was going to make me some special brew around here, but and bring it with me, but I'm probably getting a bunch of trouble if I did that. So I was thinking also when I got there, might get with somebody, some coppersmith around there, and build a little pot, to cook in, and maybe do some rum with some sugar cane down there, some molasses. That would be good. Lyncia then up to Tangier province. I don't know where any of that is, but I'm going to look it up. Thanks, Wolfen. I'm gonna be in Butuan when I'm not out running around all over the islands. I'm gonna be in Butuan. So I don't know how far that is from you, but I know oh, wait a minute, Valencia. See, there's two different Valencias. I didn't know that, but I looked I was looking on the map and I seen one Valencia over here in Mindanao, and I seen one on another island. I think it was Dumaguete, near Dumaguete over there. So I'm kind of confused about that. When they talk about Valencia, I don't know if they're talking about the one in Mindanao or the one in near Dumaguete. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get it straightened out one day. Pineapple, mushroom, avocado. Gosh, that sounds good. And it looked like it was steaming hot, too. That cheese was real melty. Tube. Okay, when I come there, don't let anybody. Lambanang. Oh, is it bad for you? I mean, is it poison? That's what I'm trying to say. Sounds like something I really wouldn't want to try, doesn't it? Anyway, this is great. I kind of like this. I don't have to do much of nothing but run my mouth. I'm pretty good at that. Oh, Wolfen over there, he'll keep up with me a lot, but now that I'm the one saying all the words, it kind of gets me in the mood for it. Me and Wolfen's going to do a video over there at the battlefield one day, and we got kind of sick for some reason. I didn't feel well. He didn't feel well. We just called it off. But maybe in between the time he comes back and the next time, we'll get one of those in, Wolf. And I'd like to collaborate on that for real and do it later on. Princess Anne said, "Don't worry, she ain't gonna let me drink none of that stuff." Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I don't want to drink any of the water there anyway. That's what I've been told. And that was even back when I came back in there in the 80s. It's just like Mexico. You couldn't drink the water. So it didn't matter back then because all I was drinking was beer. San Miguel beer or Red Horse, which I think I like San Miguel better than I do Red Horse. Let's see. To his homemade coconut wine. That's right. Yeah, that's awful bad that they run bad liquor over there. I have to come over there and show them how it's done later on in life. I could probably make some pretty good coconut wine, and then distill it. It'd be kind of like rice whiskey, I'd bet, a little sweeter. Anyhow, there's Princess Anne hollering at you, Wolfen. See my buddy. Jim Beam, you messing with Jim Beam tonight. Better be careful. Yeah, I did drink Red Horse while I was there before, but it has this real stout taste, and I'm not much into that. I like that Pilsner a little bit better. I like San Miguel better than I did the Red Horse. And I think Red Horse was a lot stronger. But back then, I don't know if they do now. back then they did not regulate their alcohol content in their liquor or their beer, and wines, so that it couldn't be but so high, So you could drink one beer and one Red Horse and just feel fine, like nothing happened. Then you go back and drink the next one and it knock you on your butt because it's so high content of alcohol in it. I don't know if they probably regulate it now, but they did not regulate it back then. There was no law against it being high or low or whatever. So you just got what you got. Anyway, I don't drink Red Horse, but I might have one if it's cold enough. Let's see. Who we got here? Gado McCon. Cool. Okay. Cool. Thanks for coming. Thanks for visiting us tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah, MK. Like I said, when I was there last time, I tried them both. But like I said, last time in the 80s, there was no regulation. Yeah, Wolf. And so you don't know, and it's probably still the same, I guess, unless they've changed the law or they regulate it. But you don't know what you're getting. You might get 5 or you might get 10% alcohol. That would be the difference. And all of a sudden you're drunk or you're not. And that was on San Miguel back then too. You didn't know how much alcohol was in it. There was no percentage or regulations put on the bottles that was followed. So we just ate and drank while we ate and drank. And no real regulation on anything. Yeah, let's see. San Miguel Light is 4.9% alcohol. It catches some newbies out because a light, first of being low calorie, not in alcohol. Yeah, that is not, well, do they regulate it? Do you think, Alan, now? I don't know. I don't even think they had a percentage on the bottles in the 80s or 70s or 80s. Whenever, when I was there in the 80s, I don't think they had even a percentage back then because, I drank one and it'd be completely different than the other in alcohol content. Uh-oh, my light went out. Oh, no, here we go. Let me see if I can shove that in a little bit further. There we go. And down here, maybe secure that. There we go. So my light's back on. All right, see you. Oh, you got Red Horse in your sorry story, MK? I was thinking about it, Danny. Why not? This would be a good time every night for me, or I could do it during the day or whenever. So I kind of feel that out. That see when is a good time, and maybe get with JG and see what days are open for me to do a live stream, and I'll start doing it with this little setup right here since it looks good enough. And like I say, I'll get my battery packs together and plug my light in, make sure it's real good and charged, and we can go walking around and do some of these too. So that'll be good. And I've been wanting to do them. I just haven't, I've had some accidents. I had a four-wheeler accident, and I hurt myself pretty bad on my left side. And then once I get over it, and I'm getting better every day, I want to be able to do these live streams quite often, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'd say so, Alan. Thanks, MK. Yeah, I'd say there's a difference in all of them, but is it regulated? Is it close? Is it what it was? Like I say, back then there was no regulation. All right, Danny Stout. Yeah, I'd like to do some more live streaming like this. It's a lot of fun. Uh, Talking to all of you, I have to keep up, but it's not too hard. Unless I guess it gets harder after you get 10 and 12, 14, 16, 18 people in here. But if I miss them, I miss them. I'm sorry. So each brewery, how people do their liquor is going to make a difference anyway. It's all in prep. To get your most flavor and your most alcohol content, it's all in your preparation, how much sugar's in there actually. And, the flavor has got to do with all your ingredients. So you got flavor ingredients, and you got alcohol content, sugar. And that fairly well breaks it down. And if you keep that the same all the time, you can run the same. Like I run about a 90 to 100 proof out there on one of my facilities that I visit now and then. and it's consistent because I do the same things all the time. Let's see, is that breaking thing? Yeah, in case shows someone doing Hong Kong somewhere sometimes. Yeah, wow. Oh, you having problems over there, MK, with those riders and stuff? I hope you stay safe, MK, and stay out of that craziness down there. And, even taking pictures of it, videos of it might be dangerous because you never know what they're going to do. Anyhow, folks, so I got over an hour already and it doesn't feel like it. We'll just continue on until you guys get tired of looking at me, I guess. There went my light again. So my light's getting low. So I'm probably going to have to shut this off. Well, you know what? It's not that bad without the light if I stay still. Up and down. So I have to charge that light up a little better and perhaps even get a better fitting charger than what's on there. There we go. And I just have to turn it back on when it goes off to see if it'll last a little longer. But maybe it wasn't setting up in there all the way. We'll let it go for a while and see how it goes. Let's see. Well, I want to make it a regular show, MK. What is tonight? Let's see. Tonight's Monday night. That would be good for me. How about let's try this again next Monday at, say, same time an hour ago from now. Let's say an hour and, let's say an hour and 10 minutes. Let's see, what would that put it at? Anyway. Maintaining quality control between batches is an issue with people who still themselves if you have to keep. Well, you know what, Alan? Yeah, the relocation's awful, but you know what? Between me, my grandfather, and my great-grandfather, and a bunch of my buddies that I grew up with, I figured out how to be a little modern and then take all the traditions of old and use them at the same time. So that's where I come up with breaking traditions. I do a lot of modern stuff. I do a lot of stainless, run a lot of stainless with mine. And we should know people back in the You know, in the early 1900s would say, you know, never put nothing but copper out there. But, you know, that's a bad way to think because you need to advance with the times, and that's what I'm doing. TV lights. I bet you sell a lot of beer out there. Okay. So look for me every Monday, I guess, from now on, and we'll see what I can do. And if I do well, I'll go from there. Like I say, I want to get this piece of equipment I've got here working right, and we'll do it that way. Let's see. So I'm going to try to go another few minutes. If the light keeps cutting out on me, though, then I'm probably going to end the stream. But after this, I think I'll start doing them 2 hours to whatever time it takes. Yeah. She says she's going to take care of me when I'm there. Well, I'm sure she will too. Oh, that's good, MK. You got somebody watching your store. But are you going to be at the meet and greet for April? I sure would like to meet you and your people too, your family. And me and Mary Ann, Princess Anne, will be there. All happy and ready to party. Everybody going to party with us. Drink a few San Miguel's and eat some good food, you know. So that's going to be fun. Let's see. Hi, African American. I missed you coming in, and I'm sorry if I did. This thing rolls by really quick. Okay, Alan, that sounds like, so he says I can put a notification. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to put a notification on this software, and this is called Prism, and it works very well. So I got to figure that out, and then I have to make sure that my light, it's out again, my light stays charged up for the whole time for a couple hours. I think if I, have it fully charged and then put this cord on it, like I got now, it'll last a long time. And there it is back on again. So it runs about every 5 minutes, going to shut off when it's run down. But I think if I got it fully charged up and all that, it'll work great. So let's see. Okay, show. Oh, and we're going to have great adventures when we get there, all over Mindanao and Bohol. I'm fairly sure we're going to wind up going to Bohol instead of the other direction. And maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to see when we get there. I'm not going to plan much. I'm just going to go and have a good time. So, yeah, and I do have some other friends that live in the Philippines too, but I don't know about getting around to them or not. Well, I got 60 days. You never know. Let's see here. African American, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Everybody, give me a click on the button down there if you don't care, and that way I'll have some of this and that. Set up Premiere from studio for the LS. No, I didn't set up, but I'm going to, and the next one will have a premiere, and it'll be next Monday, and I'll come up with a time when I do the premiere. Hey, African American, give me a 1 through 10 rating on my audio and video, if you don't care, in your area. Everything looks good here, and I think that I'm not buffering anymore for anybody. If I am, let me know. Oh, okay. Well, MK, I've been to Clark Air Force Base, of course, English City, and up to northern part of Luzon, and I can't think of the name of that mountain we stayed at. Gosh. Anyway, way up there in the north, there's some mountains, and we stayed there. And I have been to Manila, and there's an island right off of Subic Bay. It's called I can't think of the name of it, but it's got shipwrecks all around. And I used to dive back then. Of course, you got to think now that was almost 30 years ago before I've been there anymore. So I can't remember everything. Okay, Alan, I'll try to remember to do that. Don't know how on this one yet either, so we'll see. I probably need to play around with it while we're in here. No, I don't want to do that because I don't want to mess it up. Anyway. Okay, Wolfen, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to plan on probably 8 till whenever next week. What about, that would be Eastern time, 8 Eastern time. So, see, I am 13 hours behind Philippine time now. So that would be 8 Eastern time PM for me. It would be 7 Eastern time for Philippine time. So that's pretty early in the morning, huh? We'll see. Maybe I'll try 9, and then it'll be 8 for them, and that might work out. I'll talk to a few people and see what they think. Yeah, the chat moderator thing. I got to figure out how to do that in here. Maybe I touch your name. Let me see if that works. Let's see. See what happens when I touch people's name. Didn't do anything. That was not it. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Make new moderator. Let's see what this does. Let's see, mic, camera, view screen, full, flip front camera, save video after streaming. Well, I want to save video after streaming, I think. Let's go back.